customer satisfaction, a case of Corporation X, and the presenter since then. This is the content. There are 3 parts of this study: introduction, literature review, and methodology. And I will introduce the introduction with subtitle 4 parts: the background and motivation statement of the problem, and the purpose of the study. The final in the introduction is the research procedure. The background is the downward world economics. In the latest year, the economics in Taiwan has been involved with many unavoidable junctures, such as Euro crisis. The motivation. The importance of service quality to a corporation's long-term success is well acknowledged. The statement of the problem. Although many service quality models have been presented, research was not of one mind about the model and the measurement. Very little research measures the differences between the customer's importance and the satisfaction. There are 3 purposes in this study. The first one is to construct the service quality dimension and the research framework. The second part is to explore the differences between customer satisfaction and the customer importance. The third is to provide a new approach to help the retailer in a better management strategy. The importance of this study integrating with different measurements will enable managers look into some pattern problems. Research procedure. From the background and the motivation purpose and the review the literature, this study will have the research framework to design the questionnaire. And we will do the pilot study and the measurements to have a formal questionnaire. After the formal questionnaire, we will do the data analysis, and finally we will provide a conclusion and suggestions. And this is the second part, literature review. There are 7 subtitles here: the revolution and the retail industry in Taiwan, and the case in this study: service quality, circle model, customer satisfaction, and the importance and the performance analysis. The revolution of retail industry from the beginning in 19th century to nowadays. First of all, the local corner store started to show that, but the product choice was limited. After the invention of the automobile and the refrigerator, the merchants and the department store began to show. In 1950 to 1970s, because of the World War II, the wartime baby boomers' population is increasing fastly. So the suburban is expanded. So the malls and the mass retailers shows. In 1970s to 1990s, the big box stores to show that incurs their small merchant out of business. 1990s to nowadays, e-commerce shows that incurs the new generation. Then the old company like Kodak, the photography company, is breaking down a few years ago. The retail industry of Taiwan. Retail can be classified by marketing strategy, like department store, supermarket, convenience store, and the mass merchant. A case in this study plans to serve the corporation in Changhua, founded in 1989. This corporation owns the 6 retail chains. Service quality. The competitive advantage can be performed by quality management practices. Service quality definitions. Service quality has been characterized as an attitude. Also, can be evaluated by the interaction with the service provider. Circle model. In 1985, Paris and Dynamo and Barry proposed a service quality model, is so-called PDB model. There are 5 gaps in this study. This is circular model. The gap 1 is between the management perception and the expected service. Gap 2 is management perception and service quality specification. Gap 3 is perception, service quality specification, and service delivery. Gap 4 is service delivery between external communication. And finally, the gap 5 is expected service to perceived service. In circular model, originally there are 10 dimensions in 1985, but in 1988, Parachutman and all researchers modified them into 5 dimensions. They are reliability, tangible, assurance, responsiveness, and empathy with 22 items. Customer satisfaction definitions. The first scholar claimed that when a customer feel satisfied with a product, they would have a behavior to purchase. Satisfaction is a person's feelings of pleasure or disappointment stemming from comparing the product perceived performance. Importance performance analysis. This is founded by Matila and James in 1975. This is used for developing companies' management and strategy. IPA combines 2 attributes into a 2-dimension grid. This is IPA grids. There are 4 zones. The first one is concentrate here. The second is keep up good work. The third is low priority. The fourth is possible overkill. And we will talk about the concentrate here first. Concentrate here means the high importance, low performance. This means the product and service need to improve with a top priority because customers take notice of the attributes here. The second zone is keep up good work. As the figure we can see high importance and high performance. This means retailer have to consider how to maintain his product and the service. The third, low priority, low importance and low performance. This means that company need not focus on the attributes here, or it will cost extra price or resources. The fourth, possible overkill means low importance and high performance. Attributes here are overemphasized by the retailer, but customers don't take notice about here. Why the IPA is so popular this year? Because it's appropriateness and effectiveness. It can help the retail industry some marketing strategy. The third, methodology. There are 4 subtitles: research framework, instrument, procedure, and the data analysis. This is a research framework. Based on the fundamental model, PDB model, we will explore and evaluate the service quality. Then we'll compare the diversity of the importance and the satisfaction. Then examine the performance of service quality. Finally, we will provide the result to the retailer. Instrument. In this study, we will adopt the 3 service quality instruments. And in this questionnaire, we will have 36 items with 6 points Likert type scale from strongly agree to strongly disagree. And according to prior research instruments, these questionnaires have concept validity. It is the example of my questionnaire. The left-hand side is importance and the right-hand side is satisfaction. And the question 1 will be, the appearance of the store is attractive. If the customer feels it is very important, they will mark on the very importance. And if they are not satisfied about the appearance of this store, they will mark on strongly disagree.
Not disagree.
Strongly dissatisfaction.
Unsatisfaction. Okay. Keep going.
Procedure. Step 1. This study plans to have approximately 400 customers, and we will distribute the questionnaire at the retailer chains in the midst of Taiwan. Step 2, the researcher will stand around the store and by observing and asking the experience from the customer. After explaining the questionnaires contents, with section 1 36 questions and section 2 personal data. The customer will fill in out without hesitate. This study plan to have customer participant provide the fully correct information. There are six statistical analysis. The first one is descriptive statistics. The second one is factor analysis. The third is reliability and validity analysis. The fourth is petty test. The 5 is one-way ANOVA. The 4 is IPA. And the descriptive statistics, we want to know the background information and the demographic distribution. The factor analysis, we want to know the correlations among the items and the groups. After factor analysis, we will do the reliability and the validity analysis to know the consistency and the correctness for the questionnaire. And the petty test, we want to know the diversity of the importance and the satisfaction. And the one-way ANOVA, we want to know the differences among the demographic variable and the expectation. The fourth IPA is to analyze the performance of the importance and the satisfaction. Thank you.
Very good.